how we doing? You're right. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not the video I planned to put out this week. I had a different video ready to go, but I thought I'd better come on and do this. I got all excited. This video is a little bit of an update on the Nova Lager, the Nova Lager Citra Lager. The carbonation is about perfect now. That clarity, I mean, it was pretty good last week, wasn't it? It was pretty good last week, but we are just where I want it now. Look at that. Carbonation's beautiful. It just needed an extra week to chill itself out. Just get to where I wanted it. I did that video. I looked at the clarity. It was about right. It was all about getting that seeing how quick that beer came out, wasn't it? And that video, I don't know what's going on, but that video has gone crazy. Loads and loads of views. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know whether people are just interested in the Nova Lager. I've had some more subscribers. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, why that's so popular. It's a grain to glass, like I always do. Maybe it's just what I'm using. Which brings me on to, ladies and gentlemen, the reason really I'm doing this video is part this just to show you in real time where that's got to in another week. And what's going on next week's video. What's going on next week's video. Now, spoiler alert, I've already, I think, videoed most of it. It's a bit of a celebration. It's going to be my 200th YouTube video. Celebration video coming out next week. 200 videos. And, I mean, I need another video to put up before that, obviously. But, and I had one ready, like I said, but I wanted to bring this back to you. And I wanted to just tell you sort of what I've got going on and what's happening. In my 200th YouTube video, I talk about what's happened coming up to this point. I just want to pop on now and just do a couple of bits that I've got ready and what I want to do. This is tasting fantastic. It's going down a treat. I'm loving it. As soon as what I'm going to talk about now in the fridge is done, I'm going to hopefully stick a Pilsner on with the Nova Lager yeast and not put anything different in, like SARS. I'm going to use SARS. I'll use what I normally use in my Pilsner. I know what it tastes like and see whether it's the same. I also saw Big Banana the other day doing a coconut stout, and I love coconut. The coconut shy IPA I think is a great brew, and I've brewed it several times. I've never done a coconut stout. So I'm going to get through that cherry stout, which is okay, but it's not blowing me away. Maybe I don't like cherries as much as I thought I did. Hopefully we're going to do a coconut stout. Just need to get the levels right. It's going to be a bit proper, my proper stout recipe that I do, not the mild one. It's going to be the proper stouty one that needs a little bit of time to sit. What else have we got coming up? Well, I've got in the fermentation fridge, cold crashing at this moment, a Ghost Ship tribute from Brew Bros. They were kind enough to send me that. I've got a nice little t-shirt and a glass as well, bless them. That is going to be a grain to glass very soon. I've got, who remembers something looking a bit like that? Yellow Belly, about 5 years ago, went crackers on YouTube when I first started doing all grain. So I've got my hands on a couple of them because that is not called Yellow Belly anymore. And this is going to be interesting because it's got something to do with Bateman's Brewery, a good story behind it and a story to add on to the story. That is worth a video, I'll tell you. I got this about 5 years ago in a Christmas hamper brew advent calendar at Christmas, and I found that in a box in the dark. I say at a date in 2019. I loved this beer. I think this is why I kept one back. Pillow Fight Chocolate Marshmallow Porter. So I'm going to at some point open that to try it and see whether it's degraded or see whether it's just got better with time. I've also got a marshmallow porter or a marshmallow stout. I think it's a marshmallow porter that I did in a bottle down there. It's been sat there for ages. That I chucked marshmallows in. I don't know the ABV. I did do a video on it. I'm going to might try that as well. See what that's like. That'll be very, very interesting. Down there behind you, waiting for a tap, which is going to be on soon, I have got a El Dorado Smash. And it was going to be a something else smash, but I realised I've done a video on that. Never done an El Dorado Smash. Had a couple of bottles go a bit pear-shaped. I'm hoping that's going to be alright in keg. I'm hoping I like El Dorado as much as I think I like El Dorado. I hope so. I've got my Citra and Mosaic IPA that I've brewed. It's like my house beer. I love it like I love life itself. It's just beautiful, but I've brewed it for the first time under pressure. I've used a hop bong to dry hop it, and I've close transferred it. Spending all that money on kit, does it make it that much better? We're going to see on the grain to glass. I have, from Cross Maloof, I picked up 225 grams of Tropical England, and I think this might have been, I've had a couple of beers purchased that I saw when I had bought some other hops. I think it might have been on offer, to be fair. And I didn't know, I've had it in the freezer. I've had it in the freezer a little while, and I've only just looked up even what's in it. Didn't know what was in it, bought it. Tropical England, got a bit confused, to be fair. So I've looked that up, and it's got in it Jester, Alicana, Mystic, Archer, and Harley Quinn. It reckons 100 grams dry hop will be lovely in an IPA or a pale. Might go a bit more on that. And I'm going to pressure ferment it. So I'm going to do a beer with that at some point. So just a little quick prequel before the 200th video celebration with the bits that I've left out on the 200th celebration review beer thingy. I'm excited. I can't believe it. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that because I've done a video on that. I've nearly done a video on that. Thank you everybody that's watched and commented on this Citra Nova Lager because as I say, that has got some interest, that, and I tell you what, it is lovely. It's so creamy, those Citra. It takes the crispness off the edge, I think, but it just gives us this lovely depth and not pillowy, but just sumptuous and luxurious mouthfeel to it. It's absolutely incredible. It just looks the part. It tastes beautiful. I don't know if you can do it with other hops. Citra was my go-to, so I did, and I'm not disappointed. So hopefully, might be doing something else with a lager, probably a Pilsner. But a lager-based malt, maybe, with hops, and a Pilsner with a Nova Lager yeast, nice and steady. Anyway, this was just a quick, I'm going to get this, it's, what is it, the 26th of April. I've just done the school run, it's peeing down rain again. It's still raining. I know I go on about this, but it's still raining. I was on nights last night, and it was 1 degrees. When the sun came up this morning, I was late off. When the sun came up this morning, driving back from the last hospital I went to, the grass was white. Like, not dewy, it was frozen white. My car was frozen. God, what's going on? My poor old grass has grown a bit, because I've had a bit of warm weather for a day and a half, and then needs cutting, and I can't cut it now. Anyway, I put my shorts on when we went to France. Missed that out, didn't I? I missed that out. So we've been on Oddleys, and we went to Centre Parks in France, in Paris, and then we went to Disneyland. So I've done a video. That is a bit of a sit down and popcorn video. So I did some drinks on the way. I did some drinks at Centre Parks. We had a look around Centre Parks. Then we went to Disneyland, a look around Disneyland. then came back on train, went on train, came back on train. I think that video is something like 45 minutes long, so I'm hoping people are going to see it. Even if you do it in bits, stick with me. I did some beers in Centre Parks as well, so interesting stuff. They're high ABV, so you can imagine what happened to me, can't you? So that is, I know it's going to be a little bit long. I don't know whether, I don't know. I'm going to do a video at some point, I think. Not on this one. See what people like and see what people want. So yeah, that's another video coming out. And then I'm sure some things will come to me. Do you know, I wake up in the night sometimes with an idea. It's very hard. It's very hard. I'm hoping to keep them coming. Look out for next week. 200th video celebrationes. Thanks for watching again. Cheers.
Like, subscribe and hit the bell.